This session, again, we want to focus on how we improve our marriages. It's imperative that we address the bigger picture first, which was yesterday. The bigger picture was, what does it mean to love God, and how does it, what is God's love? What is agape, and how does it differ from human love? It's important that we distinguish the two, and if I could ask you now, hopefully you'd be able to tell me the difference between agape and human love. It's a tremendous difference. In fact, I'm going to go through Song of Solomon last night. I meant to ask you that this morning, and see what all those love are. Those human love in Hebrew, or is that agape love in Hebrew? That should tell us, what that chapter is about. But anyway, we also need to know what does it mean to love God, which is what we talked about last night, how we totally give ourselves over to Him. These are the vertical issues that I talked about the first night. Once we get the vertical issues in proper perspective, then we'll be able to do the horizontal. So now we might be able to learn to love each other as God desires. So since we're going to talk about marriage, I want to take you back 55 years, and I want to show you here. There we are, Chuck and I at our wedding ceremony 55 years ago, and you were talking about how the bride, because of the outfit, takes the place. I guess that's my wedding gown was made by Chuck's mom, who used to work for the movie studio. She worked for Loretta Young, and she made that by hand. The big long train in the back. But I thought you might get a kick out of seeing that. And here we are. I was 19 and he was 21. Our first Christmas, we'd been married 3 years. That's a little, right here on my shoulder, is little Chipper. I'm a bird lady and always had little birds all my life. And that was our first baby, was little Chipper. So that's our first house. And then we, same Christmas. But the reason marriage, I think, is so sacred before the Lord is because marriage should be a prophetic picture of what our relationship with Him should be like. I think that's what He's trying to do, is give us a model to exemplify what our relationship with Him should be like. I think He wants us to have an earthly picture of what intimacy and a loving relationship can be like, and what it is like for the two to become one. However, as we've learned through the last several sessions, there's only one way that this is possible, and that's individually, each of us learning to love God first. The only way that this is possible is that we need to learn to love God first. Then He will give us the love we need to love others. This, to me, is just simply a demonstration of the importance of the first and the second commandment. I mean, we all talk about first and second commandments, but so often we really don't live them. And this is really first commandment, if you love the Lord with all your heart, will, and soul, vertical, then you will be able to love others as yourself. And I think this is a more accurate way of what the second commandment says. You will be able to love others before or instead of yourselves. I think that's really what that second commandment says. Love others before instead of yourselves. In other words, you'll be able to put their will and their desires before your own. Second commandment.